Methods. On my days full of methods.
Here we go. Boom. Nice chicken. There we go. I'm gonna bone it out, and we're gonna do the roast chicken method. Here we go. And I'm dancing with my chicken. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the legs off, okay? So boom, we score it here, and use our hands to expose the bone and the line, and then use the knife to cut around the back. Same thing here. You see? We crack it open. See, all I did was cut the skin. See? Crack it open like this. Basically breaking it off the back and exposing exactly where you have to cut. You see? Right there. You can't really fuck this up. I mean, just stay as close to the bone as you can. Even if you leave some on here, it's just gonna go into your broth, so it's not a big deal. And then from here, you can see we basically just go right down the breastbone. Okay, nice and easy. We stay close to it. And we go all the way along the side of the bird and pull the whole thing off, the whole breast. Boom. And then we do the same thing on the other side. We go right down the breastplate right here. Boom, 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 boom. And stay close to the body all the way down to the wing. And we separate it from the wing right there. Very easy to do. See? We got a breast, two nice breasts, and two nice legs. We also get a carcass, and we get livers, and we get a neck also. So just keep saving these livers until you have enough to make crostino toscano, and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so you guys hit me up when you have enough. But look at that. This would make a great brodo or sugo. Okay, easily. You can make a brodo or a sugo from this, and just the necks. And I can take the skins off some of these. I can take the wings off and throw the wings in here, making an even better broth if I want, or I can keep the wings on and I can eat them. It's up to me. So, it's a whole chicken. You get a lot of stuff here. You get a lot of, a lot of goodies. I mean, this carcass here will make a great brodo, or sugo. I would just make this right into sugo and just use it for this. And that's a perfect circle. You're using everything. So you would get incredible brodo out of this first and reduce it down to a sugo, and you have an incredible sauce for the chicken. And that's exactly what we do in the restaurants. We buy whole chickens, and we use all of this, the necks and everything else. Okay? And we make a beautiful brodo, and then we bring it down to a sugo. And that's our chicken sauce in both Supper, Little Frankie's, and Frank. And the chicken's incredible because of it, because it's such a nectar and it has such a great chicken flavor. And it's very easy. You just use the Brodo Sugo method. So we got a cleaver here. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see I'm going to take these little knobs off and put it into the Brodo. There's a lot of gelatin in there, and you're not really going to eat that, like when you roast a chicken leg, right? So I take it off. It's also nice when you braise the chicken that this meat kind of falls back a little bit and gets very bubbly almost over here, like a little bubble. Instead of being all straight, it restricts it up and it becomes this like knob on it that you can just kind of bite off, and it gets so tender when you really cook the chicken legs for a really long time. So I like taking it off for two reasons, not just because I get the broth. And then over here, might as well take this whole wing off right here. Okay, and you can do whatever you want with that. If you like chicken wings, you can keep saving them up in the freezer until you have enough of them, and then you can make chicken wings. Or you can really fortify your brodo right away and throw the whole thing in. Or you do a little bit of both. You chop this off, okay, and throw that into the brodo. That's what I'm gonna do. I think that this is the best way to handle, eating chicken. Get a whole chicken And I'm gonna show you how to use everything and how to really be a superstar with just even one bird, okay? One bird, you're gonna see how many different things you can get out of it, okay? And you can, you can really get a couple meals, you can get quite a few meals out of a couple chickens too. It's pretty crazy. Let's take a look at what we got over here. Okay, we got 2 beautiful chicken legs. Okay, we get 2 beautiful chicken wings, and we get 2 giant chicken breasts. We get the carcass. We get all of these extra pieces of the bones that are going to give us extra gelatin. We get the neck, it's going to give us a lot of gelatin. And if we keep saving these, we get crostino toscano as well, which is a great appetizer from Tuscany. It's like a liver pate spread that we put on bread. These, you could make chicken bolognese with these. You could roast the chicken and just remove these right here, and you could save up these for chicken fingers. I mean, this is what chicken fingers are. These are fillets. These are chicken fillets. So this is what you get from a whole chicken. So you can save these up too. You can put them in the freezer, and you could collect them until you have enough for a meal. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna pull. You can see it. You see that little membrane there? Boom. You see it? Just gonna cut it right there. That's it. It's like that. Done. And the same thing on this one. Picking it up and just pulling off the tenderloin. Just like that. And we're gonna roast these now. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up the broth. And I'm gonna split this sucker in half. The smaller I cut it, the faster it will extract. So I'm just gonna beat that, beat that up a bit, just like that. That's good. Be able to get all the liquid in there nice and quickly. Boom. You can see that I'm gonna be able to make quite a broth out of just one chicken. And that's it. Okay. And I'm not even using the wings. If I used the wings, it would be even more ridiculous. But I want to eat the wings. So the first thing you do when the chicken comes in is you fire the Brodo. Right away. Why not? Why put it in the refrigerator and then forget about it? As soon as the chicken comes in, get water in it, get it up to a boil, start preparing all your aromatics for it, and start the process. You can always slow it down. This whole pot is not even that big. It could probably go right in your fridge, and you can start it again the following day if you had to. Just fire it. Get it going. Why not? And there you go. Right up on the fire. Bring it up to a boil. Skim it. The Brodo Method on both YouTube and Instagram. Check it out. Very simple. We're gonna make a Brodo and then a quick sugo out of this. Now, I don't really need to marinate this chicken because I'm gonna be cooking it right away for you guys, but I'm gonna show you the marinade method. So like I said, I would suggest leaving it to marinate at least for 3, even 4 days before roasting it to impart flavor into it and complexity into the meat, where you won't need much else as far as herbs and spices because the marinade itself will be present in the final product. So your sauce can be really clean, just the flavor of the chicken and maybe some carrots, onions, and celery. Whereas the chicken itself, spices and herbs into the marinade will come from the marinade right into the pan you're searing the chicken in, and that flavor will translate into the entire dish from the marinade right to the final product. Okay, so it's not just like you're gonna get the marinade off of it. You're leaving some of the marinade on of it. That's the whole point. The marinade is on it and soaked into it. So you roast the chicken, and when you eat just even a plain piece of roast chicken, you're getting all that flavor from the marinade. Okay, so you only need maybe olive oil, maybe a little bit of lemon, and that's it. Or, like I said, a nice drizzle of pure chicken sugo. And I think that that's the best thing to have with it because it's chicken on top of chicken. In more intensity, it's like turbocharging the roast itself. It's like extracting the juice of the meat from the roast itself and being able to concentrate it and pour it right on top. Because that's exactly what you're doing. It's all the same bird. So here we go, marinade method. I'm making an arista marinade. Okay, so it's gonna be garlic, rosemary, sage, and fennel seeds. So here we go, we're gonna put some of the rosemary in here, quite a bit. That's good. I'm gonna hit it with some of the wild fennel seeds, quite a bit as well. And then we're gonna mash the living shit out of this. Here we go. See, we're melding all the flavors together. The liquid that's inside and the oil that's inside the rosemary will start to come out along with the liquid from the garlic, and it will start making a paste out of this. Let's see. Now I'm going to remove the thick rosemary stems so I can beat this even further into submission. I'm just going to take out these hard stems. See, taking them out and leaving just the softer ones that will easily beat up. Here we go. I'm not going to bother to waste a lot of oil here because I'm not going to have time to really marinate this. I'm just showing you guys the marinade. I'm going to marinate it and then immediately cook it. So that's plenty of oil. It's actually too much. Here we go. I'm going to marinate the two legs together with the wings, then the breasts with the skin together as well. Here we go. Take some of it right on top. Do the same thing here. Get some of the actual product. Like that. Pour it on top.
Gotta see all my methods. Did you see all my methods? Sing.
You want to mix it up a little bit, just like that. Make sure everything's coming in contact with the oil. Make sure the oil seeps to the bottom, like that. There you go. And I would usually marinate this for at least 3 or 4 days. You can go as long as a week. Okay, make sure you keep it submerged in the oil. These are not submerged. I'm gonna cook these right now. I don't need a lot of oil because I'm not gonna store them. If you're gonna store them, you just gotta keep them submerged. Okay, make sure there's always a nice layer of oil on top. So they're literally almost like vacuum packed inside the oil, you know, because the air can't get in. And they end up developing and getting very, very delicious. I wouldn't go longer than 6 days, but it's gotta be a super fresh chicken, obviously. I mean, you always start with fresh chicken, right? I mean, if you're starting with a fresh bird and you throw it up in a marinade as soon as you get home and you buy a whole bird, which are always fresher anyway. If you start with a fresh bird, you clean the bird up, you get it up in a marinade, you get 5 days out of that bird at least up in a marinade. That's why we do it, you know, because first of all, it's flavor, and it's also, it just keeps getting better inside the marinade. I mean, this is perfect for this, you know, for this method. And I'm sorry I can't marinate this for like 3 days right now, but that's what you should do. Marinate it and make this roasted chicken at least 2 to 3 days later. And over here, you can see we're already coming up to a boil on our chicken brodo. This is just chicken. There's nothing else in here. Okay, I got it on a high flame. I'm gonna have to start skimming that right now. And here we go. This is our whole chicken demo. There's that scum. We don't want any of that. It's just really a cleanliness thing, guys, you know? And it's methodical. I like cleaning the scum. You know, some things in cooking are just about the melody. You know? It's about the process. When you cook, you should think of it like a melody. You're in harmony with the earth. That's how you should try and do it. You should try to work with the products, work with the food, get to know everything, get to know what everything tastes like. You know, a lot of people don't know what things taste like without salt. You know, you guys should go into my videos and watch my salt video. I'll make sure I'll repost it now. You know, I'll repost it on Instagram for you guys soon. Anyway, salt, very important that you learn the things that don't need and don't have salt and taste them and see what they're like without salt and know the difference. Add a boil. This is all blood, mostly. Oh my God, you can smell the chicken already. It's incredible. So now we're gonna go down to a very slow simmer. I'm gonna diffuse the flame. So how can you diffuse it with something like this? Well, you move it off. Move it all the way over here, like that. And you keep decide where the perfect position is.
I'm flowing method.
Okay. Ready to put our vegetables in. Carrots. Onions. Go. You gotta diffuse this again. Move it off the burner. There we go. Back up to a boil.
Flow now, you flow now. Flow now. Can you hear me? Flow now. Can you hear me? Flow now. Can you hear me? Flow now.
It's time for the second extraction. So here we go, more cold water, back up to a boil. I'm gonna cook it about 6-7 hours. Pull it out, and I'm gonna reduce everything to sugo. Everything. All of it. The brodo's gonna be sugo, everything's gonna be sugo because I have plenty of brodo in the fridge. So I have plenty of brodo in the fridge. I'm not looking for a chicken brodo right now. Okay, I need a chicken glace, I need a chicken sugo. Okay, to have it in the fridge for whenever I make roasted chicken, and that's what I'm gonna do. So the second extraction is gonna be sugo, and the first extraction is gonna be sugo. I'm just gonna combine them together. Got a beautiful brodo from it though. Okay, that's one chicken. Look at all that brodo, one chicken. This is enough brodo to feed easily 4 people. And I've already reduced it quite a bit. I mean, I didn't have to reduce it this much for brodo. I mean, I'm making sugo, so I already reduced it. But I mean, you could leave it like right there on the pot. You could easily serve 4 people. So another meal out of a whole chicken. And here we go again, up to a boil. Okay, we're gonna cook it about 5-6 hours. I'm gonna strain it out, add it to this, and then we're gonna reduce all of this down by 95% to sugo. Chicken sugo, having it on hand is amazing. If you love roasted chicken, you wanna have it. So, here we go, second extraction. That's the first extraction. I'm just gonna combine them. So I'm straining through the fine chinois again. Then I'm gonna combine them in the same pot and reduce down to sugo. Chicken sugo, 100% chicken and vegetables. So here it is. First and second extraction put together. Gonna go on a high burner, reduce it all the way down to sugo. I'll reduce this all the way down to an intense sugo. Let's do it. So the Brodo sugo method, okay, basically on top of each other. Okay, first extraction, second extraction put together to create an even more intense chicken sugo. Because we just want sugo. I don't need any chicken brodo. I have beautiful turkey and beef shank brodo in there in the freezer. I don't need it. So I'm taking this down and I'm making it specifically for roasted chicken. So I have a chicken sugo with just chicken flavor, ready at any time when I want to roast the chicken. result, chicken sugo. Chicken sugo. That's all you need.